attending the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, studying journalism next year. Her favorite soccer memory is having breakfast with my team at Egg Harbor and hearing the coach say, "Oh my gatos," at every goal. Camila Arredondo. Our next senior is Mia Barton. With her parents, Julie and Keith. Mia is attending the University of Miami and studying nursing next year. Her favorite soccer memory is winning regionals last year and Dobbs and Choi dominating in Just Dance. Up next we have Julia Kling. With her parents Pamela and David. Julia is attending the University of Cincinnati studying interior design. Her favorite soccer memory is during the Summer Iowa Tournament. I accidentally slapped and popped Hannah's sunburn blister. Ooh, ouch. Julia Kling. Our next senior is Riley Costello. Her parents, Kate and Brian. Riley's attending the University of Utah studying environmental science. Riley's favorite soccer memory, everyone singing together on the bus. Riley Costello. Our next senior is Shannon Cunningham. Parents Kristen and Matt. Shannon plans on attending the University of Iowa studying communications. Shannon's favorite soccer memory are the pasta parties and playing at the stadium. Shannon Cunningham. Our next senior is Serena Delgado with her parents Christina and Sergio. Serena is planning to attend Northern Illinois University, majoring in clinical laboratory sciences and in criminology. Her favorite soccer memory is going to Oberweis with the team, and when I scored, everyone was cheering, and then I fell headfirst into the mud. Serena Delgado. Our next senior is Alessandra Formento, supported by her mom, Sandra. Alessandra is attending the University of Wisconsin-Madison and studying biology. And her favorite soccer memory is bus rides home from the games. Alessandra Formento. Up next is Kate Greco. Parents Kristen and Sergio.
Hello and welcome to another York Sports Network production of girls soccer here at Clarence D. East Field. It's senior night for the Lady Dukes where they take on the Glenbard West Hilltoppers. I'm Connor Choi. With me is Luca DeSanto, and the undefeated Lady Dukes face off against the 4-5-1 Glenbard West Hilltoppers. Luca, what are the keys for today's game if the Dukes want to pull out that ever so sought after victory on senior night?
Yeah, Connor, both teams coming out definitely aggressive tonight. I mean, this is a conference game. You want to win this, especially if you're York. I mean, this is senior night. You're really going to want to try and show out. Keep that undefeated record. GBW has definitely been struggling in the beginning of the season with, like you said, a 4-5-1 record. So they need to do everything they can to improve that record, get around 500. And it starts right here against this Dukes team.
Yeah, absolutely. And the starting lineups tonight, starting with the Hilltoppers' own Yella Rossi, the junior midfielder, Lauren Escalante, also in the midfield, along with Hannah Allen, Audrey Sawyer, Ella Bennett. Our forwards, we have Julia Tracy, as well as Audrey Doyle, Hannah Roberts, Claire Russell, and Lily Hubbock, as well as Ava Calloway in the goal for the Hilltoppers and for the Dukes. Riley Costello in the goal for them as usual. Sophia Musial, Mia Pretzi, Kate Carter, Jordan Ebner, Michaela Quinn, Tatum Maylander, Ava Hansman, Mia Barton, Hannah Myers, and Stella Cole all get the start for the Dukes here tonight. And starting kickoff just a few moments away here. We'll be back in just a few moments. Start of this game coming soon. You are watching York Sports Network. Back from the break here, and we are just a few moments away from the start of this game for the York soccer team. Dukes are ranked 14th in the Chicagoland area, according to sixth now. They moved up. A couple of nice victories, according to the Daily Herald, who's in charge of the
girls soccer rankings, yeah.
Girls soccer rankings.
So high expectations tonight, like we were talking about for York. Coming in on senior night. You want to make a great statement here against your conference opponent.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think even though they're going to be heavy favorites in this one tonight, Luke, it's always nice just to get a win over GBW in any sport.
Any sport.
And we're off. The Dukes send it over to Stella Cole, who goes up onto the other side of the field for Michaela Quinn. Now soft touch for Jordan Ebner, who tries to hit Mutual cutting, but it gets away from her. Dukes retain possession. Tatum Maylander with a nice strike, but it's going to be saved by the keeper, Callaway. Now GBW advances.
Yeah, York already starting out very aggressive here. Quick shot on goal. Couldn't quite get it to go that time.
Now it's just kind of floating around the middle. Maylander's there. She now has possession. Trying to shake a defender. Now she's going down the line. Kicks it, and this one should go out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for Glenbard West.
You know, Connor, the name of last game here at Clarence D. Eastfield for York Dukes girls soccer was throw-ins. We didn't get quite a count on it, but I would say over 36 throw-ins that entire game, which was mad.
Now Maylander shaking a defender, and she's working up the sideline. Nice cutback, keeps possession. Kicks it over to Mutual, who will boot it down for Quinn. And it's a foot race to the ball. Quinn wins it, and she's heading towards the goal. And she puts up a soft touch, and good defense from the Hilltoppers. Looked to be Audrey Sawyer kicking that out of bounds. This will be a corner kick for the Dukes. They'll send Hansman to complete the task. She goes short, gets it out to Mia Pretzi. Now Maylander with it. Spinning around, she loses the ball, and then it goes right to Pretzi. It's a fight for the ball, and this one will go out of bounds. Look to be last touched by Kate Carter. Nope, they award it to the Dukes. Pretzi with a throw-in.
Connor, we're seeing pretty early on Glenbard West's defensive strategy, kind of a zone pressure that they're playing right now. York is definitely breaking it. I mean, we've already had 2 shots on goal, so they seem to be adapting really well to that.
Yeah, absolutely, Luca, and that's really kind of the biggest reason. It's really been the biggest reason why they've been such a scoring threat, is because of really just the amount of goals they score. It's really difficult for a lot of these teams to kind of keep up with them, as this one's going to be booted from coast to coast. Now Costello picks it up.
Yeah, and I mean, you're talking about York as a scoring team. I mean, they're coming off a complete shutout Thursday against Montini Catholic, 4-0. I mean, that's just another dominant performance from the Lady Dukes.
Yeah, that's a big reason why they're undefeated. You know, they just work so well together, and also just playing some great soccer. The addition of Sophia Mutual and Stella Cole really helps this team out, Luca. They were able to snag them for their senior season, 2 Division I soccer commits. So that'll help any high school soccer team in their final season. Julia Tracy with it. She gets it over to Hannah Allen. Boots this one long, and it will be tracked down by Costello.
And you could see when the ball was being darted way over to Costello, I mean, York was still in attack mode, just making sure there was no offensive presence on the other side.
Maylander with it. She's going to lose it, but now it's picked up by Musial, and this one will be out of bounds on in Glenbard West. That's touched by Ella Bennett.
And if you can hear the PA right now, there is a car that must be moved in the parking lot.
It's a Kia.
It's a Kia.
Luca, are you like a lot of the York High School students that just don't like Kias? Are you in that population?
I don't understand why people would have beef towards Kias. You know, my dad once, when he was getting his car service, he got a Kia Soul, a yellow Kia Soul that on the inside it smelled like lemons actually. It drove nice. It really did. And it was comfortable too.
Duke's nearly scoring there, but excellent defense once again by Glenbard West. What is to be desired is to get the offense moving a little bit faster. Really haven't had any substantial possessions on the offensive side of things, but the defense is up to par against this formidable Duke's offense. And they're holding their own. Throw in for the Hilltoppers. They get it in. It's headed, and nothing but a sea of green picked up by Costella. And was thinking about just punting it towards the middle. Now she finally does, and it's right back. Nice header by Escalante. And Hansman's just going to get rid of it. Quinn trying to put some pressure on him. Now Cole kicks this one long, and Musial heading there. No one's past the goalkeeper, but she makes a great job getting up there. Nice job by Callaway. Just getting up there, putting her body on the line.
Yeah, and Connor, I mean, back to Kias. Did you know that Kia Corporation is in South Korea, actually? It's headquartered in Seoul, South Korea. It is the second largest automobile manufacturer in South Korea, and it is owned by Hyundai Motor Company.
Well, you learn something new every day, Luca. Thank you for that.
Just fascinated by the Kia vehicle. I truly am.
Yep, me too. Aren't we all? Back to the soccer here. Glenbard West is just going to boot this one out of bounds. We're not really sure why Hannah Allen just stopped running for the ball. It was a soft touch from Escalante, but she just stopped going for it. Dukes get possession. Musial in some trouble trying to fight off Tracy, and this one's going to go out. Another throw in. Pretzi gets it in quickly. Over to Quinn. Now out to Musial. Duke's really looking to strike soon here as they've been threatening for a majority of the game. Now Ebner with it. Now just gets it out. And this one is going to get past all the defenders, including Hannah Myers for the Dukes. And now Glenbard West with it once again. And with the wind being so high, we weren't sure if you could hear all the senior night fun facts about the player. Yeah, the ceremony. But Hannah Myers' fun fact was she was called a gingerbread man by a player from an opposing team. Not really sure where you get that one from.
Interesting, yeah. Wow. That's an astute I mean, that's just a crazy observation.
Seems a bit far-fetched.
Far-fetched.
To say someone looks like a gingerbread man, Luca.
I mean, it's the competitive spirit. I mean, that's the thing. You're going to your tensions are going to be flaring high when you're facing off against such a skilled player such as Hannah Myers. I mean,
yeah, when you're facing off such a good team as the Lady Duke soccer team, you know, like just the first insult that comes to mind is calling them a gingerbread man.
You can imagine the frustration.
I'm sure that really got into her head.
No, absolutely.
Tatum Maylander with it now, going towards the corner. She gets it out over to Musial. Nice block down by the Glenbard West defenders. Now Myers with it, and good defense from Glenbard West once again. Just a sea of Hilltoppers. Now this one over to Quinn. Quinn trying to get past two defenders. She's moving very quickly, and Quinn tries to make the extra pass, but she wasn't on the same page as Musial. And another opportunity squandered for the Dukes offense. They've been close a couple times, just have not able to finish the job.
Yeah, rare miscommunication for the Dukes on the offensive side, though. They're usually able to coexist so well. And, I mean, you've already had, 4 shots on goal so far? but everyone just needs to be on the same page.
Absolutely. Props to Callaway, the senior goalkeeper, but at the same time, you know, it's not going to get easier. She's going to look to her defenders to kind of step things up for the rest of the team.
What a boot.
This one's headed by Carter. Now Pretzi fighting for it. She loses the battle. And just a bit too hard off the leg of Lily Hubbock. And that one's going to go out. So throw in for Mia Pretzi once again. Pretzi gets it into a contested Ebner, who falls over but gets it to Musial just in time. Musial down the sideline, and she loses the ball. Escalante able to poke it out. And now a nice kick by Hansman, and she hits the York bench. Look out. Looks like everyone's okay.
Yeah, they're staying alert there. I mean, saw great deflection skills from everyone on the bench.
Looks to be an injury timeout for a Hilltopper. Looks like it's Julia Tracy. So while they check on her, we'll head to break. No score with 29 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. Here at Clarence D. East Field, you are watching York Dukes Girls Soccer here on York Sports Network. Back from break here, Patty Prescott to throw it in for the Hilltoppers.
Yes.
Julia Tracy exited the game. Coming in for her will be Katie Meehan, the freshman forward for Glenbard West.
Yeah, sorry if you heard that in the background. We were having another conversation about Kias here in the booth.
Brennan Blanchett does not like Kias, guys.
So it does seem that a consensus does not like Kias here at York. I don't understand the hate behind the car.
You should pull the soccer team, Luca. Find out who here would drive a Kia if presented the opportunity.
We will be taking a poll on
Throwing
that.
for Myers. That's a pretty good throw. Musial uncontested, but in comes number 11, Audrey Sawyer, and kicking it out. Again, just great defense. It was an up-tempo pace from the Dukes. They timed it perfectly. Perfect throw from Myers into Musial, but out of nowhere, Sawyer just comes out, kicks it, and just spoils all the plans they had. Now Hansman for a throw-in. Gets it into Maylander. Maylander tries to shake two defenders. She does. Gets out of there. Boots it towards the middle. Once again, it's Sawyer. She's been all over the middle and left side or right side of the field on your screen. Callaway makes the grab well in front of the goal. That had no chance of going in. She boots it towards the middle. Headed by Cole, who fights toward it and slides. Escalante makes a nice touch pass, and now the Dukes coming back up. Mia Barton doing a nice job kicking that one away. Back to about the 45-yard line. Escalante gets it over, and good defense from Cole over on the sideline. The Dukes will get possession. It'll be a Mia Pretzi throw-in once again. And we'll do it again because it was quickly tapped out of bounds.
Like I say, throw-ins were a big storyline of last game for the Dukes here at home. See if they continue that incredible streak.
Whistle blown.
Throw-in.
So another throw-in. Doyle got it away from Ebner. This time it's a throw-in for Glenbard West. And now back to the Dukes. Just under 27 minutes left in the first half. So we're about just over almost halfway done with the first half. Wow.
Tough math.
Tough math indeed. This one goes out. So Dukes will have a corner. Send handsman once again. So handsman from the corner will kick it away. She hasn't gone towards the goal. She's kicked it to Kate Carter every time. This time she goes towards the goal. This one looking pretty good. Headed by Cole. Not enough. Ebner there, but it's kicked away and out of play.
Yeah, that was some tough defense played there by Glenbard West, Connor.
No, that really hurts, Luca.
I'm sorry.
You've only known me for...
Sorry, apologies, folks.
Almost 2 full years.
Apologies, folks.
And this one kicked out. Again, good defense. That time it was Hannah Roberts, the midfielder. They go right into Musial, whose header was just a bit off target, but now it finds its way to Cole after a couple of possession changes. Nice moves from Tatum Maylander. She heads up. She's just got to kick it back out to Cole. Just slowing things down. Now over to Hansman, who sends it in between Myers and Maylander and right into the leg of Roberts. And a quick throw in for the Dukes once again. Bit too hard off the foot of Ebner. Looks like Myers is there. She's chasing, and she's going to kick it right off the face of Patty Prescott.
Some strange weather here today, folks, in Elmhurst. I mean, first it was pouring rain for a second. I thought this game was going to be called off, but then all of a sudden the sun came out. There was a beautiful rainbow, but it was still raining. And, I mean, you still got a wet field, damp field, and windy conditions still.
I mean, we've seen it be in effect so far, you know, with people slipping. We've had a couple of just wipeouts. They go for the more tame pass. It's over the Maylander. Maylander, 2 defenders on her. Tries to get around him. She needs some help, and she's going to fall herself. Ebner's there. Can't get the quick pass over to Michaela Quinn, and this one will be booted out of bounds by Glenbard West.
Yeah, that was a quick series of panic plays there from York.
This one's kicked into Myers, and it's just not in time. Just a lot of back and forth over to Myers. And nice touch from Myers, but Quinn can't get there in time.
Okay, shout out to all the Kia Soul users watching this game. I mean, we have a passionate fan base of Kia Soul users.
And Luca, we just got a DM on our Instagram from the Glenbard West Stool saying, I would drive a Kia Soul, so whoever runs that account.
That is something I can definitely take away out of respect from Glenbard West. I mean, who doesn't love a good Kia Soul, man?
Maybe that's why the York students do not like Kia Souls very much.
Yeah.
Just the rivalry. It expands the cars. Nice kick in and a beautiful save from Callaway. Gets it just in time before Myers could get there. If she's just a second later, Myers taps that in easily for the first goal of the game. Now 22 and a half minutes. This one's right to Cole, who gets it over to Quinn easily. Now all the way over to Hansman. Backs up, tries to get this out. Ooh, nice move. Getting it through, working. And this one's going to be off of Musial.
That'll be a quick foul called there, as Quinn was tripped up there. So it'll retain Duke's possession.
Hansman to kick. She sends this one deep, and this one is going to be brought in by Callaway. It looked like she wouldn't be able to come down with it, but eventually she does once she gets to the ground. And now she'll boot this with the left over the head of Pretzi, but it goes out of bounds after hitting the head of Jen Greedus.
Just about 21 minutes left here in the first half. Still scoreless game.
Yeah, and Luca, what adjustments do you think that York should be making offensively if they want to try and make a push? And on the flip side, what do you think Glenbard West has to do to have sustained possession over in York's territory? Because it's been a pretty tame day for Costello, while on the other hand for Glenbard West, Callaway's just been working all game.
Yeah, I mean, if you're York, I mean, you've been getting plenty of looks inside. It's just the connections that two offensive players just have not been able to make and have not been able to communicate well with each other. So that's definitely something to start out with. And, I mean, it's very difficult. I mean, York is a mainly offensive team, I would say, but, I mean, their defense is still very hard-nosed. So for Glenbard West, you got to do your best just to break that pressure, and it's going to be super difficult as, I mean, they're having trouble on their side of the field right now, but they get it back over.
It'll be throwing for the Hilltoppers. They elect for the short throw. They get this one over, but it's going to be a bit long. This one is rolling toward, and it finally goes out. Hansman was there, and Meehan for Glenbard West, tried getting there in time. She just couldn't. Ball was just had too much of a head start. And this one just going to go out. A couple of fresh faces in for the Dukes. Julia Klink along with Adriana Supos in.
Yeah, as of late, Supos has been filling in for Tatum Maylander as she was sidelined with a non-contact injury. And she was just a great fit in the starting lineup. It was seamless.
Now they're playing side by side. They try getting it in the Maylander. Hansman does a nice job keeping it on Glenbard West's side of the field. And this one goes right to Supos, who tries jumping over it, but instead it was Sawyer who went under. Now Maylander with it. She gets it over quickly to Klink. Now Cole, I should say, with a nice move. Now gets it over to Hansman. Nice touch pass. Now Klink with it. And this one's going to go out. Again, good defense. That time it was Hannah Allen. This one skied. Quinn can't get a header on it, and she just stops it. Now spins around, fighting through contact. Gets pushed to the ground. No foul called. And a lot of contact between the two teams right now. And, you know, part of that, Luca, just might be because, like you said, just how wet the turf is.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That turf doesn't, I don't know, I wouldn't say our turf necessarily does extremely well when it gets wet. Can withstand a lot of rain, but the playing conditions definitely worsen pretty quickly if there's substantial rain, like you said there was for just a few minutes. And nice throw in, trying to get past the defender, the shot, and the save from Callaway. Nearly another goal for Sophia Musial. Callaway punts this to about the 45. And Cole there once again, getting a header over almost everyone, and that's a good touch. Musial on her way there, and another Great defensive play by Sawyer. Now all the way back to Barton, who hit that one a little bit too soft, but she gets saved just in time by Kate Carter. Now over to Klink, and this one just a little bit awkward off the foot. It'll go behind the goal. The ball will be in favor of the Hilltoppers.
Sorry, Connor had to take a yawning break, folks. He's back now.
I'm tired. It's been a long week so far.
It's been a long week. 16 minutes to go now.
In the first half.
In the first half, yes. Still scoreless game. And if you're Glenbard West, you got to take advantage of this opportunity right here.
Supos was fighting the ball. Couldn't get it away from Denchemsky, and now she gets it up over to Sawyer, who just misses her mark. This one over to Hansman, and now to Carter. Carter accelerating. She's got room. She gets it over to an uncontested Klink. Dukes with a real opportunity here. Klink over to Supos. Supos, the shot, and it gets past Callaway in the first goal. That breaks the 0-0 tie. Adriana Supos delivers for the Lady Dukes here on senior night, and they now lead 1-0.
Yeah, what a great fast break opportunity there that York was able to take advantage of. I mean, you saw Supos was just uncontested, and the goalie just nearly missed there. But that will put York up 1-0. So finally, see a goal coming from the Dukes.
The tie has been broken. It took a while to get there, but you know, eventually, like we said, Luca, it had to happen at some point, and the Dukes able to strike first once again on a perfect offensive execution. You know, they got it over to Klink, who had the perfect pass for Supos, and she was able to get that perfect touch on it. Good speed, kept it on the ground, just right out of Callaway's reach. And now the score is 1-0. Glenbard West still with time. They have just under 15 minutes to answer back. Glenbard West just trying to get it into Duke's territory. They get it over to Bennett. Bennett controlling, now gets it over to Oniela Rossi, now to Tracy. Tracy trying to get through, and she gets it right to Kate Carter, and Carter accelerates once again. Carter tried hitting Mutual. Now Glenbard West trying to get it through. Pretzi's there, and looks like this one's just going to go out. Yes, it will. Good job by Pretzi tracking it down.
Yeah, and Connor, I mean, it's obviously senior night tonight. But it's not recognized that much that one of the most common cases that are caught by seniors is senioritis, which is no joking matter. I mean, the Oxford Language Dictionary.
Well, hold on here. Mutual tries to break away. She shakes a couple defenders, an incredible move. Now gets it over to Quinn. Quinn working, tries to accelerate. Ball still in her possession. Tries to get past the shot, and that one hits the wrong side of the net, hit the outside part. So that will be almost another goal. Again, a similar setup.
And another fast break opportunity. I was going to read the definition, but in short, folks, don't come down with senioritis.
You know, Luke, I feel like you would come down with just the biggest case of senioritis ever.
I could see that definitely being a possibility.
Fortunately for the Lady Duke soccer team, that hasn't happened. All of them are going to wonderful universities to continue their academic career. Some continuing their athletic career as
Yeah.
well, like we highlighted earlier. Mutual headed to DePaul. Her men's soccer counterpart, Jaden Waski, also heading there as well. And Stella Cole heading to Loyola of Chicago.
Yeah, and Stella Cole actually going to major. I mean, we talked about this a bit last broadcast. She is actually majoring in puppetry. Stella Cole is an avid ventriloquist, and she has a long-ranging collection. I mean, we talked about this a bit earlier in previous broadcasts, but I mean, it's just incredible, and we wish her well in her ventriloquistic dreams.
You know, Luca, you remember what you heard during her basketball senior night presentation, which I actually found quite interesting. Her dream job would be the CEO of McDonald's. How would you?
CEO of McDonald's, wow.
Would that be an interesting? Like, what do you think that job just entails? Like, would you be the CEO of McDonald's if someone offered you that position?
I would not, because it's too many locations to keep track of. I mean, if someone said,
Well, you're not really keeping track of all the locations. You're more keeping.
I'm not a manager, but at the same time, I want to be able to know all my employees and coworkers. And fun fact, 1 in 8 people in America have worked for a McDonald's, which is, I think that's in the world. 1 in 8 people in the world have worked for a McDonald's.
That makes the stat even more impressive.
Yeah.
A little bit of a stalemate here. Glenbard West still trying to increase the pressure on the Dukes. Supos doing a good job now. She'll just have to kick it back to Tracy.
Yeah, that was great coverage by Supos there. Just forced her to kick it back out.
This one's booted towards the goal. Who's going to be there? It looks to be Carter. Costello is there, and she'll take it herself.
Yeah, and into the game for the Dukes, Julia Klink and Maggie Quinn checking in. You know, Quinn coming off of a...
Oh, look out.
Wow. Rough hit
Heads
there.
up.
Yeah.
A collision between Prescott and Supos. Supos got the worst of it, and they'll check on her. There's a yellow card. And
Training staff is going to check on
they'll
Supos.
check on her. Actually, I think it was Tracy. Tracy will come out. Coming in looks to be number 4, Yellow Rossi. Supos gets up relatively quickly, walking off on her own. That's just never a good sign, but play will resume. It is a yellow card on Glenbard West. So 9 minutes 56, just a tad bit under that final quarter of the first half, or 1/8 of the game.
However you want to think about it. Going about your numbers.
Kick this one down, and this one's going to go out. So Prescott's going to throw it in. Soft toss, and now Quinn, that's Maggie Quinn, kicks it off of Prescott, goes out of bounds.
Yeah, like we were saying, this was Quinn's first game back, coming off a foot injury.
Quinn, like her older sister Michaela, they were a part of that state championship cross-country team.
Mm-hmm. But what you also might not know about Maggie, actually, is she is a huge fine arts enjoyer. So much so that she put on absolutely elite performance, which a lot of people around the school are talking about. Elite performance in English today. Acting out Macbeth. And she had little guidance going into this, and she was just able to... It brought the crowd to tears, the heart that was given.
How was your Macbeth performance in English class today?
You
Duke's
know,
threatening near the goal. And this one's going to head towards the sideline. Can someone save it? It looks like it will not be saved. It'll go out.
You know, Connor, I was directing, actually, today.
I
I mean, I was just so confident in my group, and I
think you would play a pretty killer bank low.
Yeah, I get that a lot, actually.
They get it over to Hansman, who kicks it right to Escalante, but Maylander fights to win it back, and she's got 2 defenders on her once again. It seems like a common theme of this game. She just can't seem to break away. Right to Hansman, who just offered cleat, and it'll go out. Throw in for Glenbard West. Headed up by Hansman. 2 in a row. 3 in a row, including Escalante.
Whoa.
And Kate Cooney, last person to touch it, and that's why it was a throw-in for Hansman and the Lady Dukes. Escalante gets it over. Ebner back in. Quinn pushing up. That's Michaela Quinn with it now. She spins around now. And this one, hard kick from Hansman, but knocked down by Hannah Allen. Long boot. This one will just roll all the way down.
Yeah, that zone control by York is really giving GBW some trouble on both sides of the field.
This one's going to go out once again.
Now 6.5 minutes to go until halftime.
And you know, Luca, a lot of solid pieces lost from this team last year. For example, the likes of Finley Ewald, who's playing soccer at Colorado School of Mines, and just a lot of other really solid seniors. But I don't know. I feel like this team has, you know, exceeded the expectations set for them. A lot of them thought it was going to be a down year, but they haven't lost a game to start the year. And they're looking to keep that streak going as they have a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, and
just under 6 minutes heading in to halftime of their senior night game.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is also the addition of Musial to this team too, Connor.
Yeah, Musial and Cole, just the 2 key additions that we keep bringing up because they really have been so key because they complement really well with the likes of returning players like Michaela Quinn and Hannah Myers. As Maggie Quinn is there, and she's trying to get it back from Tracy. She can't get it done. Now Maylander with it. Nice move by Maylander. Gets it over to Michaela Quinn. But now Escalante with it. Sends this one down. Right to Barton. Gets it over to Cole, who's also back in. So the starting lineup is back. Starting 11. This one kicked down. Nice stop.
Quick interception there.
Yeah, great job by Carter knocking that down. Myers trying to get past, and she's working, but once again, just 2 defenders. That time it was Allen for Glenbard West to stop them. So went ahead, and it's out, just out of the reach of Kate Cooney. She couldn't get there in time. Now a throw in. It'll be Hansman to throw it in. Hansman into Myers.
Myers was hit there.
Yeah, she gets knocked down. Hansman to kick. You have Myers, Maggie Quinn, and Michaela Quinn all in that penalty box. Nice ball. This one's right to Myers. She's able to knock it down. She can't break free with it. They got quite close. And Hansman able to cut it off. And the Dukes have something brewing here in the late minutes of the first half. And nearly looked like an ankle breaker for Tatum Maylander, but instead the whistle's blown. So play's blown dead.
How do you fix that?
This one here is going intended for Myers instead, right to the keeper Callaway. This one over to Cooney. Cooney, long ball stopped by Barton. Now over to Hansman. Gets it to Myers. Myers and tripped up, recovers nicely. Gets around a couple of defenders. Once again, now she gets it over to Maggie Quinn. Quinn with it, gets knocked down. They let play continue. Quinn and Cole going back and forth. Now over to Maylander. To Hansman. Hansman went for the long shot, just misses a tad bit to the right. Under 2 minutes now. 1-0 still your score. Couple of opportunities for York. Nothing for GBW still. They really haven't had that big play where you really thought they were going to score. Ebner fights for it, and this one's going to go out. Throw in for Pretzi. She immediately gets it in. Quickly for Quinn, who gets it out to Ebner.
Passionate crowd out here tonight for senior night, Connor.
Absolutely. The seniors supporting their friends on the soccer team. You have the likes of familiar faces, Jack Troutman, Joe Myers, Max Bernison, Ryan Peckosh, and some of our female athletes as well. It's getting, can't get a good look. Nearly another goal, but just a bit off. 50 seconds and counting left to go. Sean Winton is in the house along with Avery Stanley. 35 seconds and counting. Callaway taking her time, and now it's a throw-in for Myers. She gets it in quickly for Quinn. Boy, Maggie Quinn was outnumbered. It was a 3-1. Now 20 seconds left in the first half. They throw it in quickly. This one skied, headed by Maylander. And this one just booted back. Nothing should be the end of first half. And all things important, as that will end the first half as Barton gets hit from behind in the final seconds. 1-0 your score, Luca. What will Glenbard West need to do to get themselves back into this game?
Yeah, and Connor, I mean, the score doesn't really say it all. It's still 1-0. But York has done such a good job of just keeping the ball on GBW's side of the field. They've done such a good job defending. I mean, Glenbard West is, I believe, only had one shot on goal this entire game. You just can't allow that to happen. And, I mean, like we said, it's hard to break this man coverage that York is just known for. Or, excuse me, zone coverage that York is just known for. But you got to do your best at that. Just get it on to York's side of the field. And, I mean, it's still a tight ball game. It's anyone's game still. So with that, we will head to halftime. So don't go anywhere. You are watching Girls Varsity Soccer Senior Night on York Sports Network.
We welcome you back from the halftime break here in Elmhurst. A 1-0 lead here for the Lady Dukes in senior night with the second half just starting. And Adriana Supos' goal is the decider so far in this one, and it's been a rough time so far for the Glenbard West Hilltoppers to get really anything going on. Offense, Connor Choi. With me is Luca DeSanto, providing you with this presentation of girls soccer. And this one is going to go right into the hands of Callaway. Maylander couldn't get around Sawyer just in time. She was there. That would have been goal number 2 of the night. This one is heading right for Hansman. Look out. She nearly collides with 2 defenders. Now Ebner loses it. This one on its way. Quinn. It's a foot race to the ball. Quinn cannot win. She loses to Russell. Russell with it. Soft touch by Sawyer, and this one's going to go out. Throw in for the Hilltoppers. Sawyer quickly gets it in. And Michaela Quinn with it. She's going to win. She's heading towards the goal. Quinn scans. Hits Musial in stride. Musial gets it out. This one right to the keeper. Oh, she loses it. But luckily just bounced in front of her. No one was there. So nice shot by Callaway once again, getting a save, despite it being a little bit suspect.
That could have been costly.
Another header by Cole. Cole and Escalante head-to-head. Escalante gets rid of it. And nice little touch by Ebner. Cole over to Maylander. Now Myers gets to Maylander. Maylander with a quick pass, a foot race. Myers is not going to get there in time, and it'll head out. Throw in for the Hilltoppers. You know, Luke, I've talked to a lot of athletes, and I was just curious, just for all the sports that I've covered, and I've asked a lot of athletes. I'm just like, because this game's on a Tuesday night and we have late start basically every Wednesday of the year, I've been asking the athletes just what are your thoughts on like having a game the night before a late start, and I just kind of wanted your opinion on it too, because you being a runner, just if you were to have a track meet during the school week, would you pick Tuesday because of the late start?
Well, we have a couple of times. Coach Kern will purposefully do that, schedule track meets on late start days for us, so even if the meet ends at 10, we still have time.
Ebner to the goal, just a bit to the left. Nice stop by Callaway in the post. Yeah, and, you know, I always thought the same thing when, you know, just all the athletes I've talked to just love playing on Tuesdays. And a couple of athletes I've talked to actually say they play the best on Wednesdays. When they get to sleep in, they say they perform the best on Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, you're not cooped up in the classroom as much. Get to sleep a bit more.
I say it's really just a rest. You feel more energized, and I know for some of the baseball players I've talked to, as Cole just kicks that one out, they say most of their conference games there are Monday, Tuesday. Occasionally they play on Wednesday, and they're like, when we play on Wednesday, we would have already played on Tuesday, and it makes us feel a lot better. But I wonder, you know, as Musial gets knocked down.
Legs got caught there.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Her and Tracy just got wrapped up. But, you know, I just really wonder how late start impacts an athlete performance-wise. That'd be a cool science experiment.
We should look into that. Game on Monday night and then Wednesday night. See the difference.
And, you know, playing on a Tuesday night just feels like normal, I feel like. But
yeah,
the reward of being able to sleep in afterwards is just a lot nicer. But then playing on Wednesday, you actually feel that you have more energy. Corner kick for the Dukes. Handsman from the corner sends this one high. No one gets there. Finally, it's headed towards the goal. Just a sea of white between the green. Musial there. Tries getting it in. It's a fight for the ball. Whistle blown before that. This one out for the Hilltoppers. Now back to the Dukes. Maylander coming up with it. Maylander heads. Now she cuts it in, and this one's just going to go behind the net. This one over to Sawyer. Sawyer working, gets past Quinn. She accelerates, now sends this one down. Good contest from Kate Carter. Now Carter with it, and she's accelerating herself. Carter gets past the first two defenders, now has to get past the next two. And she sends this one over. This one was a pass from Myers that gets knocked down by Julia Tracy. So once again, stellar defense from the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, great hustle there by Hannah Myers. And some of you might not know this. Hannah Myers is ranked in state. I believe she actually just went up in the power rankings for Dungeons & Dragons. She's an avid Dungeons & Dragons player. So a 3-sport athlete if you count Dungeons & Dragons.
Corner's off, and this one is knocked down, and it'll be kicked out by Glenbard West. A smart decision. Callaway had to make a leaping stop.
I almost hit her head on the goalpost.
So throwing for the Dukes. Musial gets it up, fighting and kicked out once again by Tracy. Tracy's the junior defender. Has just been a workhorse near the goal. She's made Callaway's life a lot easier. So it'll be a corner for the Dukes. Awfully long time. So Handsman gets it in, goes a more passive route. Now right to Carter. Carter gets it through, but it's right into the arms of Callaway. Callaway, strong left-handed kick. This one is going to go up, and Carter tried getting through. She could not. Carter, the only freshman on this roster. She is also a part of the girls' basketball team back in the winter. Two varsity sports as a freshman. Quite impressive, something you don't see very often. Nice touch from Maylander, intended for Quinn. Quinn loses it. Sawyer with it, and Sawyer gets knocked down. This one crosses the sideline, and Quinn quickly throws it in, but they're saying that's going to Glenbard West. So it will be Sawyer the throw in. I'm sorry, kick it because of the penalty. One's going high. This one bounces in between, goes right to Pretzi. Cole with a soft high touch. And now it's over to Quinn. Michaela Quinn cuts it over to Maylander. Maylander accelerating. Maylander still working. Now gets it over. Myers with it. She kicks it out. Does a somersault near the goal.
Took a tumble there. My goodness. Gets right back up.
So goal kick for Callaway. She sends this one off. This one's a low line drive kick. And this one ends up right back in possession of the Dukes. Ebner with it. She gets it passed over to Myers now, who can't hang on. Hannah Allen with it. Now this one just gets sent down. Flag is waved. And pointing towards the Glenbard West direction. Long kick, and this one headed by Hansman. Myers chasing it down. Now she can't get there in time. Pretzi also right there. This one goes past. Kate Carter is there in time. Now Barton with it. Over to Michaela Quinn. Quinn in some trouble, getting knocked around. And that one's going to be out on Russell. Pass just a bit too high. Nice move from Quinn. She gets around. This one's going to be last touched by Russell once again as it heads out. 28:44 left to go. Ebner with it. Tries hitting Quinn, and she just placed it where there were too many white jerseys, and Michaela Quinn couldn't use her speed to get there in time. Quinn is a very strong runner, committed to Indiana University.
Yeah, and I mean, what's so inspiring about her is she does all this with the actual disease in her knee. I mean, it's truly inspiring how she's able to do all this. I mean,
Cole fights for it. Ebner giving chase. Now Maylander giving chase. Hansman also in the mix. They send this one down. This is a real opportunity, and this one's going to go out. So Ava Lewandowski, the new keeper for the Dukes. And this is some great defense from the Dukes. You really haven't faced much pressure at all today. So nice job there by Ava Hansman. This one's going to be last touched by Barton. I'm sorry, Pretzi, who tried heading it. Nonetheless, still with Glenbard West. Headed again by Pretzi. Goes out. Throwing it in for the Hilltoppers is Audrey Sawyer. High, long throw-in that gets past. There's a whistle, however. See which they're going to call push. See which direction it's going. Yes, that will be against Glenbard West. Lewandowski boots it. It goes out. Now Cole, who has it, gets it over to Carter. Now Myers just gets it back. Carter once again sends this one down. Maylander giving chase. She turns on the burners, but she just can't get there in time. Jen Greedus and Kylie Clifford both enter the game for the Hilltoppers. This one's skied in the air. Will take a couple bounces, go out. Goes right to Pretzi. He set the throw in. This one headed. And possession lost once again. by the Hilltoppers. So just a lot of back and forth here. Not a lot of advancements towards the goal. Still a somewhat tight game, something those of you who follow York girls soccer quite closely might be a bit unfamiliar with. You're used to seeing them with these large leads, especially considering they're playing what some might call a weaker opponent in Glenbard West. Pretty with a long kick over the middle. Nice defense by Hannah Allen, just kicking it away. Great leaping kick. This one right to Myers, and it's a dogfight for the ball. Escalante wins. She sends this one down, but it's intercepted by Hansman, who comes flying from the other 40. Hansman sends this one down to Musial. And now Escalante with it once again. Now she goes up. And she gets it up. Now Glenbard West heading down. Ball goes out. 23-30 and counting. This one thrown in. Skied. Now Michaela Quinn with it, and she loses it. And this one over to Sawyer. Quinn there. Sawyer gets past. Sawyer running in circles. Now she'll just... This one back goes under the legs of Quinn, and Ebner's there. That's a foot race that Sawyer will win easily. But she lets Callaway kick it. And had some weird spin on it. Goes out past the sideline. Now Pretty throws it in to Musial, who gets it over to Quinn. Quinn with the left foot. Nice kick. Is Myers there in time? In time to stop it. Trying to set it up. No one's over the middle. Now a long high kick. That would have been a field goal.
Wow.
From Tata Maylander.
Dart.
Just a bit too high. That had some great velocity. If that's more on the line, I think that's a goal, Luca. I think that's hitting the top left part of the goal. Callaway gets it in quickly.
Wind gust definitely turning up here in Elmhurst.
It was very warm earlier. Now it's a little bit more cool.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when the sun starts to disappear in your atmosphere.
Thanks, Luca.
Heat, you will lose heat.
Although the feeling may be a little bit muggy.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Weather for the rest of the week, not going to be great.
Well,
rain tomorrow and Thursday.
That's the Midwest for you.
The amount of rain still debated. Not a surefire lock yet. Oh, what a wonderful kick in.
Oh.
Some great defense by Glenbard West. A combination of Callaway, the keeper, and number 17, Hannah Roberts. Roberts taking the post and just sticking her leg out, kicking it away twice after Callaway made an incredible save in the goal.
2 elite saves. I mean, Glenbard West has actually done a fantastic job of actually containing York on the offensive end, holding them only to 1 goal right now.
And it was one play. That's all really they've given up. There's been a couple of other close ones, but saved by just great, incredible defense in the penalty box from Glenbard West, and this continues to be their strong suit. Unfortunately for them, the offense just still not able to get anything going. About 20 more minutes left to go in the game. So halfway through the second half. And with the final quarter of this game coming up, Luca, what game plan adjustments are you making if you're Glenbard West?
Well, I mean, you've done a great job, like I just said, containing on the offensive end. Just got to crack the nut that is York's offense, or excuse me, York's defense.
Really, at what point do you have to just start sending a full attack out there?
Oh, and yikes! It looks like Ebner's being helped to the sideline right now. I believe that's Ebner. She's being helped to the sideline and helped onto the cart right now.
She'll get looked at by the trainers. Pretzi over to Quinn.
So it looks like they'll sub in.
Yeah, Supos now in.
Yeah, Supos.
So Maylander over to Myers. Myers just dribbling around the 10-yard marker. Now the ball will be knocked out. Not sure who it was last touched by. Looked to be Glenbard West, so believe a corner kick is coming up for the Dukes. Corner on its way. This one hit well. Cole heads it and out, and she wishes she could have gotten that one back. Was not where she was intending for that to go.
Yeah, frustrating miss from Cole there. Would have been a nice tip-in. So now 18 and a half minutes left here in the ball game.
Good kick from Callaway. Swan getting down, and Escalante works. She hits this one well. Looks like Hansman should be there in time, and she is, as a tumble is taken. Hansman just sending this one down, getting it out of York territory. Hansman once again with it, sending it down. Ooh, off of, it looked to be Ella Bennett. This one thrown in. And, ooh, nice job by Michaela Quinn. Gets it to Musial, but there is a whistle. So this one will come back. Musial looked like she had a chance to really break away there, Luca.
Indeed.
But now it'll go to the Hilltoppers. Hannah Allen sends this one down. Soft touch by Escalante. This one booted by Pretzi. This one heading towards the goal. And Musial didn't really have a chance as Pretzi kicked that quite hard, and it went straight to Callaway. Callaway boot this from the keeper's box. And Kayla Quinn putting a little bit of pressure on this offense as there's a big kick, and it's still in Glenbard West possession, but that kick will be a little bit too long there. Kylie Clifford sends that one out. So Dukes will look to Lewandowski, send this one off, and just a soft touch over to Barton. Now it's over to Michaela Quinn. Quinn with it. Quinn accelerating. She's got a lot of open space.
She's just taking off right now.
She has flipped the field for the Dukes. Quinn still dribbling, and she kicks it off of Audrey Sawyer. So they give to Pretzi to throw it in. Pretzi looks, gets it to Musial. Musial got in front of Tracy but could not get in front of the ball, and it'll skip out. So the ball will be placed with Callaway. Callaway sends this one. But it's knocked down quickly by Maylander. Maylander getting through some defenders. She's got room to work. Maylander sends this one just a bit up and left.
That was an impressive set of moves from Maylander, just weaving through the defense there, going one-on-one.
Yeah, and those moves just when she's controlling and dribbling the ball, that has impressed me the most. Rain becoming a little bit more visible now. It's a light drizzle as Musial sends this one up. Oh, what a save from Callaway. Leaping and knocking it down with two hands. An excellent job. She sends this one up near the 50. And now Glenbard West starting to break away. Slowing down it. Maylander involved in the mix. Now to Klink, who's back in the game.
Yeah, folks, it is really starting to come down here. I think you can hear it, too. I mean,
yeah, you really can. All the folks with umbrellas starting to open them.
Devoted fans still staying out to watch this senior night, as you can imagine seniors will soon be subbed in.
Allen had it, and this one's heading towards and goes out of play past the goal.
Still 13 minutes to go here. Whoa.
Is that lightning?
Folks, I think we might have just saw a bolt of lightning. That was way too big to be a camera flash. Ooh. If that was a flash of lightning, play will have to stop. But it looks like they'll keep going.
Just under 13 minutes left to go. York did install some, I believe we have like lightning alert.
Lightning alert.
Speaker things.
Lightning alert.
At this, there's the thunder.
Oh.
And if it's starting now, Luca, I don't know how much better it's going to get.
Yep. Whistle.
So this will be a weather delay.
I'm not sure what that is.
No? No, yeah, they're all heading off.
Yep,
they're all heading off.
So
they are starting it because of lightning. The weather does not look like it's going to get much better.
So with that, we're going to stop. We're going to get confirmation on whether or not the game will continue or whether this might just be it. But it looks like this might just be it. So we'll step aside for a second. You're watching York Sports Network.
Official word. So clock stopped at 12 minutes and 23 seconds. They are going to clear the stands, and they have cleared the field. We're still waiting on official confirmation, but as of right now, everything needs to be cleared. So we are in official weather delay. So 1-0 lead still for the Dukes. 12:23 left to go in the game. You are watching York Sports Network.
ladies and gentlemen, for who are still here with us, couple more lightning strikes have occurred. So with that, we will not be going completely off. However, the time will be pushed back, so we will be further seeing if there are more lightning strikes and this game gets called off completely. But as of now, we will be waiting here to survey even more lightning. So in the meantime, we do have some lightning for you to enjoy if you're a meteorologist type of person. I mean, you can enjoy a lot of thunder here. Yeah, and lightning. So enjoy it. Have fun. Go Dukes. And hello, ladies and gentlemen. We just got the word. We will soon be returning. Projected time of the start of the final 12 minutes and 23 seconds of this girls' soccer game will come around at around 9 o'clock. Both the teams will be stepping out of the locker shortly, and they will have 3 minutes of warm-ups, and we are going to hope, as we just saw another lightning strike, we're going to see if that affects our timetable at all, but we are going to hope that there's still a game to be played.
Hello and welcome back. Thank you to those of you that waited for the end of this 50-minute rain delay. Oof. Here we return. One nothing the score. 12 minutes, 23 seconds left to go, and there's another strike of lightning, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
No one seemed to spot the lightning, so they'll still play on. Fans flooding back in. Devoted fans, Connor. As the wind picks up, lightning keeps striking. I mean, this is... And again, still anyone's game.
We're off 1-0. Dukes have controlled possession for most of the game, but anything can happen in a rain delay. GBW with the throw in. And goes back out. So just a lot of back and forth. Can they get something started? Glenbard West really looking for that first offensive attack. They really haven't had one, but maybe this close to an hour rain delay for them can make a difference. All the fans starting to return to their seats, the ones that stayed. Everyone was forced to enter their cars as they could not be on in the stands.
Lightning is no joke, friends. I mean, protocol is crazy. 30 minutes.
30 minutes, and each time there's a strike, that 30-minute timer resets, which is why it accounted for over 50 minutes, close to that hour mark. Maylander with it. Soft touch over the Michaela Quinn. Now back Mia Barton fighting off Allen and just sends it down. This one will roll out.
The wind is really picking up here.
Wind and rain picking up.
Yeah, you can see some of that rain right there.
Just from the lights. Not high throw, and this one's right to Quinn. Over to Musial. And that one, once again, kicked away by Tracy. Still with the Dukes. Myers with it. Tries getting it over to Musial, and she kicks it away. Now Stella Cole over to Hansman now. This one finds its way back to Myers. There's a flag. He's up. Now a throw-in for Glenbard West. This game started at around 6:45. Time is now 9:02 p.m.
And I mean, we were talking about players liking to play on Tuesday because you still have the late start. And
not sure if you're going to feel that anymore.
Yeah.
It'll be a long night for all parties involved. Galloway steps up, boots this one towards the left side. Oh, off the head of Jen Gretus, and now Quinn stops it. Supos creating space. Quinn still having control with the ball. Goes over, try kicking it in off the shin guards of Tracy. A lot of clock being burned, which is exactly what the Dukes want, being in such a tight game.
Ball is being retrieved. I mean, you can imagine you're kind of low on balls after everything was taken back to the locker room. There's one thrown in.
Not the worst thing in the world for York. They finally get it. Now
Quite.
the long
Yeah, that was about a
setup
minute.
for the corner kick. Hansman on the way. Gets it into Carter. Carter kicks it in. This one just misses.
Wow, that was
There's been
close.
quite a few. Hits the left part of the net, nearly a goal. Carter just put a little bit too much spin on it. This one just a tad bit too far to the left. Callaway boots it. Right there is Hannah Myers. And she fights for the ball. does not win the battle. Stella Cole also in the vicinity. Tracy sends it down, but Barton just sticks her foot out and sends it back the other way. Myers to throw it in. Rain really starting to pick up now.
Geez.
Wow. She's not used to this type of weather.
I feel like if you're York, it just might be best to hold.
This one's kicked out.
There's some of that rain right there. It's definitely picking up. Oh.
There's another
Oh, wow, yeah.
lightning strike.
We'll see if anyone saw that continuing play.
It's the mile radius, too, so if it's too far away, just even if you can see it, it doesn't.
Yeah, that initial strike, that was actually realized that was a mistake for them to call it. That was 8 miles away. My goodness, the rain is coming down. 8 miles away, so that was a false lightning strike, but it actually got very close. We were within a mile at one point.
Just taking the safety precautions. By the time it touched down right by Elmhurst, everyone was in the locker room.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why these precautions are here.
Safety first, fellas.
Safety first. Safety first. And now there is 6.5 minutes left. Another lightning strike.
Just don't think it doesn't look close enough. Doesn't look as bright as the other ones at all.
It's coming off to the southern region.
Southern region.
The southern region of the great state of Illinois. Oh.
Time continuing.
I just went to the northern region now.
Time continuing to tick down. Just about 6 minutes left to go here. Quinn hustling towards the ball. Can she win? Yes, she can. Keeping control is Quinn. She's making a break towards the goal. Looking for that extra touch. Nice stop. Has to kick it out. And tries getting it over to Pretzi, but they weren't on the same page. Quinn's touch pass just a little bit too far to Pretzi's left. She had to spin around and attempt, and she really had no chance of getting there.
Yeah, fun fact about Mia Pretzi, team nickname is Pretzel Stick. That is what they all know her as.
I could see that one.
Yeah. Fun play on the name.
This one goes in. Allen to throw it in. And whistle. So 5 minutes, 11 seconds.
Still so many passionate fans out here in the pouring rain. It's incredible.
The real champions are made when the weather's bad, when times are hard.
Absolutely.
That's what Kobe said.
Yeah. Oh.
Quinn into Musial. Musial loses it. Pretzi coming up. Now over to Maylander. That one looked quite bright.
Wow. Yeah, Maggie Quinn back on the pitch. Fun fact about her, she dedicates all of her games to her 2 previous guinea pigs that she recently lost, so she dedicates her entire performance to them, which is truly inspiring.
You have any pets, Luca?
I do. I have a dog. I have an aggressive, small dog.
I have 2 dogs as well.
Huh. Interesting.
We foster dogs as well.
Oh.
One of them just got adopted.
Oh, you foster, so they come in and out.
Yeah, all the time.
Oh. Interesting.
Three minutes, 54 seconds. Duke's coming much closer to keeping this undefeated record alive. Gonna be just shy of 3 hours of game time.
Wow.
Lightning continuing to strike. Must be out of reach. What is the radius, Luke? Is it 5 miles?
5 miles.
5 miles, okay.
So, seem to be safe. Seem to be sound.
Safe and sound.
We're safe and sound.
You like that? You a big fan of that song, Luca?
What's it called?
Safe and Sound.
Safe and Sound. Yeah, I haven't heard that song in a minute. That's a throwback.
Maybe I'll play it on the drive home, you know. Can't get it through that middle line, but nice touch from Quinn over to her sister Michaela. Back to Maggie. Maggie Quinn with it, trying to get around. Time release goes out. So 2 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in this affair.
If you're Glenbard West, you just got to try and do something.
The match will conclude very shortly. Glenbard West on the wrong side of the field right now. Got to get to the other side of the pitch very soon and very quickly, but Ava Hansman for corner kick for the Duke, so it's not going to make it easier in the rain.
Ooh.
Now it's another one of those small downpours. This one kicked in and right of the goal. So there'll be Glenbard West possession. They got to hurry things up, and that's exactly what they're doing. Callaway, who was taking her time before, just placing the ball down. Got to kick it again. Boots this one, left side, about the 30-yard line.
Lightning strikes increasing. We just had 2 in like 10 seconds.
Throw in for GBW. The Hilltoppers get it in quickly, but it's right to a sea of green. Barton kicking it away. Back to the line of defense for Glenbard West, but breaking through and stopping it. Now the ball is over to Musial. Musial shoots and just misses to the left. So close.
So close indeed. That was a great fast break opportunity that Quinn delivered for Musial, but Musial was just a bit wide left. And like we were saying, I mean, it's a damp field right now, so it's kind of hard to line up your shots. So
Ball's a little bit slippery. We've been seeing some weird spin in the late minutes, especially as the rain's picked up. Maylander with a foot race to the ball. Who's going to get there? Now it's Barton and Pretzi. And good job by Barton just kicking that one out. Under a minute left to go. Some more lightning, but looks to be quite far away. Just not the greatest weather. But like as I say, these April showers will bring May flowers. This one's on the wrong side of the 50 if you're a Hilltopper fan.
Quinn is just taking off.
Quinn is just
wow.
Now over to trying to get it to Michaela Quinn. She's there uncontested. This one keeps rolling, however. Escalante comes out of nowhere. And Quinn gets it right back.
They won't.
You just got to play keep away. Now Maggie Quinn back to Michaela Quinn. Goes right to the keeper, Callaway. 3 seconds, not going to matter. And your York Dukes girls soccer team remains undefeated. A 1-0 win here in Elmhurst. And Adriana Supos' goal, the deciding factor in today's affair. 1-0, your final score.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great effort, Connor, for both teams. My God, the wind is really picking up here. Great effort for both teams. I mean, York just came out on top. They remain undefeated. And
absolutely, Luca. Ooh. And that will do it for us here. Just shy of 3 hours at Clarence D. Eastfield. A 55-minute rain delay doesn't stop the Lady Dukes. They remain undefeated on the season. Connor Choi with Luca DeSanto. We'd also like to thank Brennan Blanchett for helping us tonight. The stream would not be possible without you. And thank you all for watching, and go Dukes.
Shout out Kia.